Hey, it's Helen and it's Harley. Say hello, Harley. You're on screen again. What did I call it yesterday? The Helen and Harley show. So welcome today. Firstly, a couple of things today. Firstly, I owe you a massive apology, and I'll explain that in a second. And secondly, I want to talk today about the purpose of, hey Leslie, how are you? Lovely to see you. The purpose of keeping on going and the purpose of doing Facebook Lives and creating content when you really don't have a big following and no one's really watching. So, really, do you really need to be, keep creating content when no one's there, or should you be waiting till, people are there? So I just want to discuss that, with you today. Those of you that are live and joining me from somewhere around the world, please say hello and tell me where you're coming in from. Those of you that are watching the replay, please put the word replay down below so I can say hello to you afterwards. Hey Isabel, how are you? Great to talk to you this morning. So firstly, I just want to address yesterday on my Facebook Live, I made this announcement at the end of the live that I was interviewing Kate McShay today. Now, if you don't know who Kate McShay is, she's been a very, very successful network marketer and online marketer. So she sort of started building her brand online about 5 years ago, I think. She'll be able to sort of tell you that story. But she's got a following of over 200,000 people on Facebook, and she's an 8-figure earner now. So she's done amazing things. And as I said yesterday, she's a lot younger than I am. She's a lot prettier than I am. And I mentioned that I was going to be going live with her today. Well, I was a day ahead of myself. For the last sort of 6 weeks, I've been interviewing sort of some people on, well, for me, it may not be for you, but for me, it's Wednesday. Might be Tuesday night for you if you're in other parts of the world. And I've been doing the same sort of day. So I've just sort of gone with the flow. But hey, Emmy, how are you? Nice to see you on live. I'm a day ahead of myself. So that interview is tomorrow. So I'm interviewing Kate McShay tomorrow, this time tomorrow. Please tune in for that. If you're in a home business, network marketing, MLM, direct sales, you're building your brand online like you've started, or you've got no idea where to start and you want some ideas and some wisdom and some content from somebody that's done it so successfully, then jump on live with me tomorrow for that, not today. So there's my big apology. I'm sorry for misleading you. It wasn't intentional. I got so much going on at the moment. I'm getting sick. I've got this little guy. It's just all happening. If you watched yesterday's Facebook Live, I even forgot my notes. I left you hanging. I had to run away and go to the kitchen to get my notes. Anyway, that's just live video, all fun and games. But what I really want to get into today is, some people say to me, Helen, I created my page a while ago. I'm doing Facebook Lives, but no one's showing up. No one's engaging with me. No one's showing up. I don't know what content to, create. So they get stuck with content creation and they get, a little bit deflated and demotivated, if you like, because no one's there and you're putting all this effort in and, doing Facebook Lives is not always the easiest things, to do. Hey, Alison, how are you? I hope you're well. Awesome to see you on live. So you can get, quite frustrated with putting so much effort in and nobody's there, or racking your brain for different content creation, and, spending all this time and energy doing this stuff online and building your brand online and no one's really showing up. So do you really need to keep creating content when no one's there, or should you create your brand first, run a likes campaign and get some people there, and then do more Facebook Lives and get content creation going? Hey, Glenn. Nice to see you. Awesome to talk to you this morning as well. For those of you in my private Facebook group from the call this morning, I'll download the recording as soon as I get off this Facebook Live. So it'll be up on the page shortly. Some people think, well, no one's there yet. So how about I just run my likes campaign which I spoke about last week. I did a video on 3 strategies to brand yourself on Facebook. If you missed that, go to, hey Shannon, how are you? Go to my website, helenmartinonline.com, go to the Network Marketing Video Library and you'll find that, or just further down the feed on my Facebook page. And that video goes through the 3 strategies to build your brand on Facebook. And the last strategy that I mentioned was doing a likes campaign. So the purpose of a likes campaign, you brand yourself online, but then and the beauty of building your business online is you go out to Facebook and you say, Facebook, go and find me my target audience. I only want to target women or men or both. I only want to target this age bracket. So maybe 30 to 50. I only want to target these countries, but I want them to be interested in XYZ. Is that network marketing? Is that skincare? Is that travel? Is that health and wellness? Is that weight loss? Whatever. So that's the purpose of the likes campaign, to get your pre-qualified, leads coming to you. Awesome. But back to this Facebook Live and content creation, which is the better strategy to go? A, show up anyway, do Facebook Lives and keep creating content. And so, you just keep putting stuff out there. Or B, have quotes and stuff going there. Hey, Peter, nice to see you from Chicago. That's awesome. Or B, keep your content to a minimum, put Facebook Lives and stuff there, a bit of content, but do your likes campaign and wait till you get people over to your page so you've got someone to talk to. Those of you that are on live, who would think A or B? Let me know. I know there's a little bit of delay in when your comments come through, but I'm intrigued to what you think. Do you think you should be there showing up anyway and talking to nobody? Or do you think you should wait for more people to, come over to your page and then do sort of more Facebook Lives and more content creation? So Isabel put A. Emmy put A. Anyone else? Leslie put A. Gee, Shannon put A. You're all putting A and not B, and I'm so glad you're putting A, because A is where you need to be. It's my pleasure, Peter. Hey, Rob, good to see you. So A is the answer for more than one reason, and I'll tell you why. Thanks, Glenn. Glenn's put an A as well. The reason for that is so you can find your voice. So there's more than one reason. It's not only about practice and content creation and all that kind of stuff. You need to find your own voice. You need to find your own message. You need to find your own brand. Your brand will evolve. You might go and think, okay, I'm going to brand myself that way, and you do your banner and you set up your page and you do all of that. And then through doing your Facebook Lives, through connecting with different people, through researching content creation, you might find you evolve. You might find that you're really passionate about this rather than that, but you've branded yourself as that. I've found that with myself, with branding. My branding's evolved a little bit, and it's about to evolve a little bit again. But a couple of things that I'm really passionate about, and you guys that are following me, listening to me before, hey Joe, how are you? Is you'll know I'm passionate about a couple of things in particular. One is about branding. And the reason I'm passionate about that is because there's nothing worse than wasting your time on Facebook and putting posts up and spending all this time and energy trying to build a business online when you've got your branding wrong. You haven't set up yourself right in the first place. You can spend a hell of a lot of time and a hell of a lot of money trying to build your business on Facebook. But if you don't know anything about attraction marketing, if you don't know anything about how to brand yourself the right way, if you don't know anything about how to, build value to attract people to you, then you are wasting your time on Facebook and in social media. And there's nothing more than I hate than wasting time. So I'm passionate about branding because I want to see people get it right from word go. Then you can talk about content creation. Then you can talk about how you do Facebook Lives. Then you can talk about all the rest of it, and a likes campaign and doing ads and building your brand and bringing value. But if you don't get your branding bit right from the beginning, you're going to be wasting a lot of time and effort and money. So that's something I'm passionate about. And you guys will also know I'm really passionate about mindset and personal development. And that's why I jump on once a week and talk about that, because it's a huge part of your success. So you find your groove, you find your voice, you find what you're passionate about. And when you're passionate about what you're passionate about, you'll give value on, and that's when you'll connect with your audience. Shannon, I think I need a little help in branding. Hold that thought, Shannon, because I'm going to be creating something in the next week or so around branding for people, because I can see the missing piece. A lot of people are connecting with me with completely the wrong concept of branding, or not knowing when to start. So I'm just mapping it out at the moment, but I'm just going to create a little sort of short course, if you like, about how to brand, how to do it, but not only just blurt stuff out at you, actually get on live with me, and I'm actually going to teach you how to do it like on the screen and those kind of things. So hold tight, Shannon. I'll let you know when that's ready. But yeah, probably a couple of weeks away. But, you know, please, obviously everything that I talk about on branding on my live, still, you know, absorb all that sort of information and what I'm talking about today. So you can brand yourself, you put yourself online, you do Facebook Lives, no one's there. And you think, why am I wasting my time? Or you research all this sort of content creation. So like, as I said before, the reason why you want to show up, you got to continue to show up, is you need to find your voice. And it's better to find your voice when no one's listening than to find your voice when you've got a lot of people there, or you haven't found your voice yet, you've got no one there. You suddenly get people to you and you don't really know what you're talking about yet. You haven't got your branding sorted out yet. You haven't really found your voice and your passions yet. So you need to practice that for you. You need to find your voice, find your message, find your following, find your passions, and you do that by practicing. Leslie, I agree. I need to get my branding figured out so I can get on the other areas going. That's right. So hold that thought. Like I said before, I'm creating something in the next couple of weeks. Hey, Kerry, how are you? Great to see you. So let me sort of explain that a little bit more. Is when no one starts. Exactly, Glenn. Practice makes perfect. You do not have to be perfect to start, but you need to start to get yourself on the way to being perfect, which you'll never achieve. Don't chase perfection. It doesn't happen. I've been a perfectionist. It only holds you back. Things take twice as long to do as they should because you're chasing perfection. Chasing perfection is really all about your ego. You just don't want to be wrong. You don't want the criticism. What goes through your head is, I don't want people to think badly of me. I don't want people to think I don't know what I'm talking about. Chasing perfection is just the fear of failure. So get over that. Great to see you, and thanks for saying hello to see. Kerry said hello. Get over the fear of failure. Failure, the quicker you can fail. This will sound strange, guys, but the quicker you can fail, the faster that you will succeed. Failure is your key to success. You need to learn. You need to stuff up, learn from your mistakes, tweak them to do better. Without the failure, you can't learn. And I would rather, I've seen some people online get there really fast. And it's like, okay, they've made hundreds of thousands in under a year, and they've done this and they've done that, and and they've done this in that time. And it's not my story. I'm doing really well, but that's not my story. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've struggled. God, have I struggled. And I've made a lot of mistakes with spending money on things that I shouldn't spend on, and chasing gurus and buying different things off webinars and, all those things to learn. I just wanted to learn. But I've made a lot of mistakes. But you know what? What I've learned along the way is it makes me a better teacher. I can tell you what not to do because I've done it. I can tell you what mistakes you're probably about to make because I've made a lot of them. So the more failure that you have in your life, the better mentor, trainer, person that you can become, even in your network marketing business. If you blurt out everything to everybody and do it really badly, you actually know what not to do and how to do it better. So the quicker you can fail, the quicker you can learn and do it better. And that's the same thing with creating content on your page where no one's watching. Doing Facebook Lives that you can't stand watching back, and you're like, oh, that was awful. I sounded bad. I fumbled my words. I looked awful, like self-criticism. We all do it, all those things. So, you're on a journey, but you need to do that to find your voice, find your messaging, find your groove, find your people, find your passions, so you become more valuable. When you become more valuable, that's when you're going to build a better business, because when people know, like, and trust you, they'll buy from you and go into business with you. If you want to earn more money, you need to become more valuable. How do you become more valuable? You practice, even when no one's watching, even when no one's showing up, even when you don't want to. I've been on calls for the last 3 hours before I jumped on this live. I've got a cracking headache. I'm getting sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. Do I want to go live? Half of me physically is saying, no, you're exhausted and you're getting run down. The other half of me is like, no, I got some good stuff and some good content to tell my tribe. And I want to help them build their business online. So you bet I'm getting on live. And if somebody just learns something small from something that I say today, then, that's a good thing. And if I become valuable to somebody, through this Facebook Live, then that's a good thing. And I will show up regardless. I'll show up whether there's no one here or a few people here or hundreds of people are here. It's my purpose to help people build their business online. Does that make sense? If it's making sense, send me some likes and loves, please. Let me know that, you're getting some value out of this. The other thing that I really want you to understand is, thank you, Shannon, for your feedback. I really appreciate that. Is when we start complaining about, thanks, Rob, I am passionate. Leslie, I learn something every time I watch you. Oh, music to my ears. Thank you. That really makes me, happy to hear comments like that. The other thing I want you to appreciate is, my pleasure, Kerry. When you're thinking, why am I doing this? No one's listening. Why am I creating content when no one's reading my blog or the post that I shared or, whatever it is, your content, or you've put some time and effort into actually writing a little story, because stories are great. People resonate with stories. A couple of things I want you to keep in mind. There are more people watching than you'll ever realize. So many people are watching and so many people don't comment. So there are always people watching. Never forget that. More than you'll ever think or know. The other thing is when you're getting in that mindset, why am I doing this? No one's watching. No one's listening to me. No one's, thank you, Joe. No one's listening to my content or anything like that. That's all about you. That's your ego. That's you complaining about what's not working for you. And I really want you to get clear about why you would build a business online. I just said to you before, you want to earn more money, you want to build a really good business, you need to become more valuable. So when you go online and you do things like Facebook Lives and, Kerry, they're always watching. When you do things like Facebook Live and you're creating content that you think no one's reading, or you're doing videos that you think no one's listening to, they're probably listening, you just don't realize it. Your views might be down, but you don't know when you're connecting with somebody. You might think it's a waste of time, but somebody has listened to something you've said and it's made a difference to them, then you're becoming valuable. So the reason why we go online, and if you want to build a business online, is to become valuable to others. It's actually not about you. It's about the value that you can bring to others and help them do whatever it is that you've branded yourself that you can help people with. So for me, I help people, bring their traditional home-based business online. And yeah, I teach things like social media branding and, you know, how to get more leads and how do you turn those leads into sales and how do you turn that into, really valuable content to help somebody get where they want to go and build their dreams. Isabel, your content is so valuable. Thank you. I appreciate that. So it's actually when we're thinking no one's showing up, nothing's working, why am I creating all this content? It's a waste of time. You're making that all about you. So if you want to earn more money, and let's face it, at the end of the day, let's be real here. The reason why we go into business, the reason why you're probably building a business online is because you actually want to build a business. You want to earn some money, and rightly so. So how do we earn more money? How do we build a good business? We become more valuable in the marketplace. How do you become more valuable in the marketplace? Be you. Seriously, be you. Don't be anybody you're not. Be you. Stuff up. Be genuine. Be authentic. Put some effort into Facebook Lives. Put some effort into content creation and help people. Kerry, you helped me go live the other day. I bombed, but I got over it faster than other times I have. That's such a cool comment, Kerry. And you know why? Because all this personal development stuff and self-doubt and belief and all this stuff that I talk about, I still have it. A lot of it. I still overthink, I still stress, I still have self-doubt. But you know what you can do over time when you're really aware of this stuff is you just get over crap a lot quicker. So you need to feel, if you're angry, feel angry. If you're frustrated, feel frustrated. If you're, if you're having a bad day and everything's going wrong, then, feel it, experience the emotion. Just if you do a really bad Facebook Live, feel it, cry, get angry, do whatever you need to do, but just let it go really quickly. Don't hang on to it. Where we really hold ourselves back in life if we just hang on to crap for far too long. So somebody said something to somebody and you're still having the conversation 2 months later about what somebody said to somebody. Or you bombed on a Facebook Live and that was, 6 weeks ago and you haven't done another one since because you're too scared to. That's all ego. That's not being valuable to other people. People need to hear your voice. People are waiting to hear from you. So you just learn to get over things a lot quicker. That's what you're able to do. So have your bad day. If something really sort of bad happens, cry, wallow in it, do what you want, eat ice cream, eat chocolate, but don't go any more than 24 hours hanging on to that emotion. You pick yourself up. You go, okay, what did I learn from that? When you fail, you learn. You're not actually failing. You're learning how to do things better. So, you do a Facebook Live. What's the worst thing that can happen? Are you going to die because your Facebook Live was really bad? No, far from it. Like, really, what's the worst thing that can happen when you do a bad Facebook Live? Nothing. It's just your ego that's squashed. It really doesn't matter. So when you think of it that way, like what's the worst case scenario in what you're feeling? And if you can think, okay, that was awful, that I really didn't like that, or I'm really frustrated right now, nothing is going my way. If you can turn around that and think, okay, wallow in it, let myself, feel that emotion, that you can go, okay, what am I learning from this? Well, what I'm learning from this is I don't have the necessary skills to do this the right way. I need to reach out to somebody and ask them for help. I need to go on YouTube and search, how do I do whatever? You do what you need to do to get that step further. Just don't wallow in it. Don't hang on to stuff with family for years. Don't hang on to stuff with friends for days. Don't not talk to your partner for 3 days because you had an argument and you're both too stubborn to say, can we just talk and talk this out? You're both going, They need to say sorry to me first. You know how it goes. So that was a bit of a digression, but thank you for your comment, Kerry. But what it means is, and you've just said that in your comment, you got over it faster. So things are always going to go wrong, guys. Crap is always going to happen. It's how you handle it that is going to be your biggest growth in life. Stuff is always going to be thrown at you. You're going to get stressed. You're going to get upset. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get angry. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to lose people in your life. You're going to have car accidents. Things are going to happen. That's just life. You've got to, yes, Joe, you've got to let it go. when you fester on things, you stress about things, you don't communicate with people, and you hang on to that shit, sorry, but you hang on to stuff, that's what causes cancer. That's what makes you sick. And I've completely digressed and gone on a bandwagon, but, you know, I'm passionate about this kind of stuff. Let it hurt, then let it go. Amen, Emmy. Well said. So, back to topic. When you're worried about your Facebook Lives and your content creation and no one's there, you're making that all about you. So if you want to build a big business, you need to become valuable. How do you become valuable? Think about how you can help people rather than how something's not working for you. So do you need to be doing Facebook Lives when no one's showing up? Do you need to create content that no one's reading? Yes, 150%. Yes, just keep going. You know, the most successful people in life, you hear about it later, how many years they struggled. And then they got famous and then suddenly everybody wants to know them. And then they're like, oh, you got successful so quickly. It's like, no, I've been battling at this for 5 years. No one sees the struggle, they just see the fame. Nobody with fame did not have a struggle. You might be struggling now. You might be doing things on your online business or trying to build online or doing Facebook Lives and not one person shows up. Or 3 people are watching and no one presses the like button. Nobody comments even though you're asking for engagement. Get over it. That's your ego just thinking you're not doing a good job. You need to find your voice. So while no one's watching, find your voice. Find your passion. Get really good at content creation. Get really good at asking for engagement on content lives. And it's much better for you to do that when no one's there. You can practice it. Kerry, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Absolutely. Just keep going when no one's watching. They're the people that make a really big business, and they are the people that end up earning a lot of money because they just kept on going. And it's just that old saying, just never give up. So don't give up, because I tell you, the online world only ever grows. Your following will only actually ever grow. It's not going to go backwards unless you got to get online and say something really offensive and your page gets shut down or nobody likes you anymore. As long as you continue to give value, the best way you know how now, in 6 months' time, in 6 months' time, that will be at a whole different level. In 12 months' time, that will be at another level of bringing value, but you've got to start somewhere. So the best way you know how, give value now even when no one's watching. In 6 months' time, you will have people watching and you'll be better and you'll be more valuable and you'll be talking with ease and you're going to be so natural on camera because you were practicing when no one was watching. So when it really counts, when it really matters, when more people come over, you are valuable, you are confident, you know what you're talking about. And you can engage with people. And it's just second nature to you to, drop a 3 below if you agree with something like you. It's just normal to you now to ask engagement on a Facebook Live, which then gets you leads, which then gets you sales. So you got to practice when no one's watching. Jody, just did a live to no one. Awesome. See, you might think that's bad. I think that's fabulous. Because do you know how many people aren't going live? Do you know how many people let their ego get in the way that they won't push the live button because they're too worried about what they look like, what they're going to say, what they're not going to say, who they're going to offend, whether they look stupid or not. Ego gets in the way. When ego is your driving force, you're never going to build a fabulous business because it's not about you. It's about the people you can serve. It's about growing your tribe online, serving that tribe, becoming valuable. When you become valuable, you will earn a lot of money. Just trust me, please. It's better at first when no one's watching. Yeah, stuff up when no one's watching. You don't want to stuff up when you've got a lot of people watching because, in the online world, and it's just going to get busier and busier and busier, you need to stand out and you need to be good. So if no one's there, don't worry about not being good. Get yourself good. Practice while no one's sort of there and just keep going. So that's really all I really wanted to say on that. I hope that gives you some kind of insight as to why you just need to keep doing it, even though you feel like no one's really noticing you. Stay there, hang in there, find your voice, find your passions, get more confident, with Facebook Lives, those kind of things. So if you found that valuable, can you just drop the word valuable, value, shorten it, or a cool emoji or something, and just let me know, send me some likes and loves. And, if you, are talking to anybody that's building their brand online or trying to, or, people within your network marketing business, and you're talking about this kind of stuff, and they're saying to you, I don't think this is going to work for me. I've tried for a few months and, no one's really showing up. You just need to keep going and learn the skills along the way. I'm not going to say to you, keep showing up and stop learning. You need to learn how to brand yourself online. You need to get the right messaging. You need to learn about content creation. You need to learn how to do a likes campaign. You need to know how to put a variety of content on your page to keep people interested. Thanks, this is great information. I'm putting a plan together now. Awesome, valuable, value. Thank you. Thanks for your feedback, guys. I really appreciate that. So if that's you and you're looking for some help with branding, hold tight for the next couple of weeks, because I am going to be bringing something to you where I can help you with all of that, and we'll actually do it together. So I will actually sort of show you how to do it and what things to do. Even the banner, how do you create it? What software do you use? What words do you put on it? All those kind of things. So hold tight for that. I'll keep you posted, as I go along with that. But thank you very much for those of you that are on live. I really, really do appreciate you guys being here and interacting with me and sending me your comments. Kerry, thanks for showing up. Helen, I hope you get some needed rest. I've still got a long day ahead, but hopefully I get to bed at a reasonable hour this evening, because that's just not been happening. But, bottom line is we need to look after ourselves as well, and I need to take a lesson out of my own book. You can't just keep pushing without, nourishing yourself and looking after yourself as well. So I need to listen to my own advice there. But tomorrow, no matter how sick I am, hopefully I'm better and not worse, is I will be going live with Kate McShay. At the same time I went live today, which is my normal time, she'll be on live with me, giving us, her wisdom about, how she propelled her online journey and what worked for her. So I'd love you to give her some support, because she doesn't have to do this for me. And I do this for you. It's not really for me. I know Kate. I met Kate, before. I'm actually doing this for you guys, so you get some value out of it. So if there's any opportunity that you can turn up live and give Kate some love and some comments, I would really appreciate that. So thanks, guys. Joe, valuable content. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm looking forward to the interview. So am I, Leslie. She's just a gorgeous girl inside and out. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day, whatever part of the day it is for you, and you look after yourself, and I'll try to look after me too. Okay, catch you tomorrow, guys. Bye.